The first point is we studied 50 patients across the whole spectrum of anxiety. We had PTSD, we had generalized anxiety, we had social anxiety, we had panic disorder, we had agoraphobia. And here's what the pre and post anxiety ratings look like in that entire group of 50 patients. We were 50 for 50 in terms of anxiety reduction. And in the world of clinical research, when it comes to psychiatric and psychological conditions, I have not seen something that works that reliably. And the more severe your anxiety, the greater the decrease. Another thing we did with this study is we wanted to know how long these effects were lasting. It's one of the most commonly asked questions I get. Doctor, I go in there, I float, I feel good for an hour, is it gone? And I said, well, let me look in the literature. And I looked in the literature, and there hasn't been a single study looking at how long do the effects of a float last after it's over. It's purely anecdotal. So we set people home with a smartphone and essentially ping them every so often after their float for that same day and then the entire next day. For about 32 hours, we were pinging their smartphone, asking how they're feeling. And this is what we found. So from baseline to immediately post-float, time 0, you see this drop in stress and anxiety. You continue to see it at 2, 8, and even 20 hours post-float. This is the next day. The person's gone home, they've gone to sleep, they've woken up, they're still feeling reductions in stress and anxiety the next day. By about 26 to 32 hours, it starts getting back to baseline. Yet 1 hour of lying in that pool created serenity that lasted an entire day. That is not something to write home as, oh, no big deal. Most of these patients go home with a prescription pad, right? Something like Xanax or Ativan, a benzodiazepine. If you take one of those, you're going to start feeling stress and anxiety again 4 to 8 hours later. Not 20 hours, 4 to 8 hours. So we're outlasting the classic benzodiazepines by twofold if you're still feeling some of these anti-anxiety and serenity effects 20 hours later. That's incredible to me, you guys. And these were experienced patients. We asked them, tell us all the different things you've tried in life to help you reduce stress and anxiety and relax. Almost 3/4 of the sample had tried anti-anxiety medications. Many had tried other techniques, including meditation. A lot of these patients, you would call them treatment resistant because they tried 2, 3, 4, 5 different things and it just wasn't working. After the float, we asked every patient, how did the relaxation you experienced during and after today's float session compare to the other relaxation techniques you've tried? This is a highly experienced sample of people who are suffering and not getting better with the currently available therapies and modalities. And 1 hour in the float pool gave them more relaxation than they'd ever felt in their entire lives.